It really is an incredible day for our franchise as we welcome Dewanna Bonner, who is one of the greatest players in WNBA history, to the Indiana Fever.
I'm sure there were plenty of teams going for your services, Dewanna, so why was this the right opportunity for you?
I just feel like it was the location for one. My kids are literally right up the road.
Did Dewanna Bonner just say too much about Caitlin Clark? And is she already wishing she could take it back? When a veteran WNBA star joins a new team, they usually focus on fitting in, getting to know their teammates, and keeping expectations realistic. But not Dewanna Bonner. In her very first interview as a member of the Indiana Fever, she couldn't stop talking about one player, Caitlin Clark. Now Bonner isn't just any veteran, she's a champion, a playoff legend, and someone who's battled against the best for years. And yet, instead of just keeping things professional, she went all in on Clark's talent. She called her dynamic, a game changer, and someone who could take the Fever to a whole new level. But here's the catch: veteran players don't usually praise rookies like this. It's rare, it's unexpected, and it raises some big questions. Does Bonner really believe Clark is that special? Or was she just caught up in the moment? And now that her words have sent shockwaves through the WNBA, does she regret being so honest? So let's break it all down, because this could be the start of something huge in the WNBA. But before we jump into the good stuff, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By joining our crew, you'll always be in the loop with the latest WNBA updates, expert takes, and breakdowns of big moves just like this. Don't miss out. We've got every angle covered. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive right in. First, let's talk about Dewanna Bonner, a walking, talking basketball encyclopedia. Before we dissect her comments, let's remember who we're talking about here. Dewanna Bonner isn't just any player. She's got multiple championships under her belt, has played in some of the toughest playoff battles in WNBA history, and is one of the most respected voices in the league. She has built a legacy based on skill, perseverance, and a relentless competitive spirit that has kept her at the top of her game for years. She's the kind of player who has seen it all. She's faced elite defenders, hit clutch shots, and led teams through intense postseason battles. So, when she starts raving about a rookie like Caitlin Clark, it means something. It's like a Michelin star chef tasting a brand new dish and immediately saying, "Yep, that's a masterpiece." It's not just a casual compliment, it's a professional stamp of approval from someone who knows what greatness looks like. But here's the kicker: veterans don't usually shower rookies with this level of praise so soon. It's like an unwritten rule in sports: young players have to prove themselves first. Rookies enter the league with potential, but they have to earn respect on the court. So the fact that Bonner is already putting Clark on a pedestal, that's big, that's rare, that's unexpected. And that's exactly why everyone is paying attention. Now let's take a closer look at why this particular endorsement is causing such a stir and why it could mean huge things for the Fever this season. Could this be the start of a new era for the team? Could Bonner's faith in Clark ignite a spark that takes the Fever to new heights? Let's dive deeper into what this all means.
My first game in Indiana, we gotta get a win.
So, why is everyone freaking out? When Bonner spoke about her move to Indiana, she could have talked about a million things. The Fever's culture, their playoff potential, her role on the team. But what did she keep circling back to? Caitlin Clark. She's just one of those players that makes an instant impact. That's not normal rookie talk. That's the kind of thing you say about a seasoned star, not a player who just stepped into the league. The way Bonner spoke, it sounded like she was already convinced Clark was ready to take over the league. And that's exactly why fans, analysts, and even other players are buzzing about her comments.
We're hungry. I think we're a hungry group. So I'm just excited to get out there with everybody and get the final roster, because I'm pretty sure there's more things in the works in free agents. So I'm just kind of sit back and waiting.
So, is Bonner simply that excited? Or did she get caught up in the moment? Maybe she even let something slip that she wasn't supposed to say yet. Whatever the case, it's got people wondering, is Clark really that good? Or is this just preseason hype? And let's not forget, Clark is stepping into a league filled with elite athletes who are ready to challenge her at every turn. The WNBA isn't a league where rookies just walk in and dominate. Every team has veterans who have fought tooth and nail to stay at the top. Clark isn't just competing with other rookies. She's up against some of the best players in the world, night in and night out. Can she handle the speed, physicality, and mental toughness required to succeed at this level?
That experience to a young, maturing team, what can you provide?
I'm hoping that I can provide a little bit of leadership.
And what does this mean for the rest of the Fever squad? With a player like Bonner publicly placing faith in Clark, it could create an electrifying team chemistry that lifts the entire roster. But on the flip side, it might also put added pressure on the rookie to perform at a level she might not be ready for. One thing is clear, expectations are sky high, and the WNBA world is watching. But that leads us to another big question. What happens if Clark doesn't live up to the hype right away? Will she be given time to grow into her role, or will the pressure be too much too soon? Let's explore that next.
I'm excited for them. I'm excited for this franchise. I think they deserve it. It's kind of crazy how you see how it happened in a year. You went from just a little fans in the stands to a sold-out arena.
Now let's talk about Bonner's possible oops moment. She might be thinking, did I just put way too much pressure on Caitlin? Because let's face it, the spotlight on Clark was already blinding before Bonner said a word. Now, expectations are through the roof. The weight of being called a game changer by an elite veteran could either fuel her rise or add unnecessary pressure to her shoulders. Caitlin Clark was already dealing with the pressure of being one of the most anticipated WNBA rookies in years. Add in a glowing endorsement from a player like Bonner, and suddenly every move she makes will be scrutinized even more. The media, analysts, and even rival teams will be watching her every step, looking for signs of brilliance or cracks under the pressure. Imagine walking into your first day at a new job, and your boss announces to the entire office, "This is the next big thing, the one who will take us to the top." Exciting? Yes. Terrifying? Also yes. The expectations skyrocket, and suddenly you feel like you have to prove yourself instantly without any room for growth or mistakes. That's exactly the situation Clark finds herself in. Clark might handle pressure. Well, she's proven that in college with record-breaking performances and clutch moments. But this is the WNBA. The competition is tougher, the defenses are sharper, and there are no easy games. Every player on the floor has been competing at the highest level for years. So, did Bonner unintentionally set up unrealistic expectations? We'll find out soon enough. And let's be honest, if Clark doesn't perform at a superstar level from day one, critics will have a field day. Will the media shift the narrative? Will Bonner have to do damage control, explaining that she didn't mean to pile on the pressure? Could this backfire in the locker room if Clark struggles early on? These are the questions lingering as Clark takes the court with an entire league watching. At the same time, let's not forget that hype can work in both directions. If Clark rises to the challenge, she could use this moment as motivation, proving that Bonner was right all along. The pressure is immense, but so is the opportunity. With each game, Clark will have the chance to either silence the doubters or give them more fuel. This leads us to another intriguing angle. What kind of impact will Bonner's belief in Clark have on team chemistry? Could this be the beginning of a dynamic partnership that takes the Indiana Fever to new heights? Let's explore that next. Whoa, you've made it this far. That must mean you're really enjoying the video, right? So, why not take a quick second to hit that follow button? It's totally free, super simple, and helps us keep bringing you more awesome content, especially if you love the WNBA. Whether it's game highlights, player spotlights, or behind-the-scenes moments, we've got you covered. Plus, by following, you'll never miss a beat when it comes to your favorite teams and players. Go on, tap that follow now. All right, let's jump back in. Now, let's talk about the potential dynamic duo Bonner and Clark. Despite the possible instant regret, one thing is clear: Bonner believes in Clark, and that belief could be a game changer for both players. But this isn't just about words, it's about action, experience, and the ability to lift each other to new levels.
What excites you the most about this team that you're going to be joining?
I mean, they have dynamic pieces in CC and Kelsey Mitchell and AB, Lexi Hall. I mean, they have a great core.
Bonner isn't just hyping Clark up. She wants to mentor her. She's already talking about how they can work together, how they can help each other elevate their games. And that's where things get really exciting. Imagine a scenario where Bonner's veteran savvy pairs with Clark's raw talent and relentless drive. That's the kind of combination that could change the entire dynamic of the Fever's game plan. If Clark is as good as advertised and Bonner can help guide her through the ups and downs of the league, the Fever could be building something special. Clark has the talent, the confidence, and the competitive fire to be an elite scorer. But learning how to navigate a long WNBA season dealing with scouting reports, fatigue, and defensive adjustments is where Bonner's experience will be invaluable. It's a partnership that could not only benefit the Fever, but shake up the entire WNBA landscape.
They kind of went on this crazy run, and they were the most well-gelled team at that time. They went from the bottom straight, and they just kept trending. And it was like one of those teams you're like, man, you don't want to really see them in the playoffs.
Imagine a seasoned veteran and a rising star, learning from each other and pushing the Fever toward championship contention. Sounds like a movie plot, right? Well, this might just be the blockbuster duo we didn't know we needed. Clark's ability to stretch the floor with her shooting and Bonner's inside-out versatility could make the Fever's offense one of the most dangerous in the league.
You're one of the most fiery competitors in the league, Caitlin Clark. You two had a moment in the playoffs, but that moment actually shows how well you guys can fit together too, right?
I think it's just two competitors going at it. It's the playoffs.
And think about what this means for the rest of the team. When a veteran like Bonner sets the tone with confidence in a young player, the entire locker room feels that energy. It changes everything. Players rally behind leadership like that, and it fosters an environment where everyone is pushing each other to be better. The chemistry on and off the court will be something to watch closely, and if it clicks, Indiana might just have something special brewing.
I don't think I even need to hear it. You can just watch her game. I mean, everybody sees it. She's just a dynamic player, man. She's one of those ones that you come in and can make an instant impact, as you can see.
This isn't just about two players. It's about a shift in mindset. The Fever are trying to establish a winning culture, and Bonner's belief in Clark could be the first step in making that happen. But that brings up another big question. How will Clark handle this mentorship? Will she be able to embrace the guidance and transform into the superstar everyone expects her to be? Bonner's comments aren't just about hyping up one player. They're signaling a shift. The WNBA is growing, gaining more recognition, and players like Caitlin Clark are helping to lead that charge. The excitement around Clark is not just about her talent. It's about what she represents: a new generation of players who can draw massive crowds, sell jerseys, and push women's basketball further into the mainstream.
I think she's a great player. I'm happy to be on the side of her now instead of guarding her. Of course, she's a dynamic player, and you see that in what she's done in her rookie year. And I'm actually excited to see what she's going to do her second year in the league.
Fans are paying attention. The media is locked in. Every move Clark makes will be scrutinized, dissected, and analyzed. If Bonner's excitement is any indication, we could be on the verge of a new era for women's basketball. A time when rookies come in ready to make an immediate impact, and veterans embrace them rather than making them earn their stripes over several seasons. The old-school mentality of slowly integrating young stars might be shifting toward an approach that allows fresh talent to shine right away. The Fever have been rebuilding for years, trying to find that missing piece that can transform them from a promising team into a true contender. Bonner seems to think Clark is that piece, and honestly, she might be right. Clark's ability to score, facilitate, and command attention is exactly what the Fever need to make waves in the league. And let's not overlook the bigger picture. Clark's rise could bring even more fans into the WNBA, expanding the game in ways we haven't seen before. More eyes on the league mean more sponsorships, bigger endorsement deals, and increased media coverage. If Clark's presence leads to higher TV ratings, packed arenas, and growing social media engagement, the WNBA as a whole stands to benefit tremendously. This is bigger than just one player or one team. The entire league is evolving, and with it, expectations for what women's professional basketball can achieve. The real question now is, how will Clark handle the immense pressure and attention? Will she thrive under the spotlight, or will the weight of expectations be too much too soon? Let's take a closer look at what lies ahead for her next. So here's the big question. Did Bonner speak too soon? So does Dewanna Bonner regret what she said? Maybe. Maybe not. But one thing is for sure, she meant it. She didn't just throw out compliments for fun. She sees something in Clark that has her genuinely excited. And when a player of Bonner's caliber speaks so highly of a rookie, it carries serious weight. Whether Clark lives up to the hype remains to be seen. The road to superstardom isn't always smooth, and transitioning from college to the WNBA comes with its fair share of challenges. The league is filled with elite defenders, fast-paced play, and a level of physicality that can be overwhelming for any newcomer. But if Bonner's instincts are right, we might be witnessing the start of something legendary, a new face of the WNBA ready to leave her mark. One thing is certain, we're all going to be watching. Every dribble, every shot, every moment of brilliance or struggle will be under the microscope. Clark isn't just another rookie, she's stepping into a league with immense expectations on her shoulders. And that pressure? It can either create diamonds or cracks. How she handles it will define her early career. And as we watch this story unfold, one thing is clear, this could be one of the most exciting WNBA seasons in years. With rising stars, veteran mentorship, and fresh rivalries on the horizon, the league is set to captivate fans like never before. And that's a wrap. What do you think? Did Dewanna Bonner just hype up Caitlin Clark a little too much, or is she just saying what everyone's already thinking? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your take. Either way, one thing's for sure. This WNBA season is about to be must-watch basketball. Whether Clark lives up to the hype or faces some early struggles, all eyes are on her. And with a veteran like Bonner in her corner, things are about to get really interesting. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It helps more people see it. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update on all the biggest WNBA stories, player reactions, and behind-the-scenes moments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.